Hello YouTube, got a special treat again. This time we'll be working on my own personal vehicle, my 2010 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road PreRunner V6. And this time today we'll be installing an in-dash DVD. And here she is. Kenwood double-din DVD. Now, I do have a 6 CD changer in my car. It's the premium JBL radio, and a lot of people ask me, why would you do that since you have a 6 CD changer and plus the premium audio, why would you change your head unit? Well, to be honest with you, I don't use CDs. I mean, honestly, who these days uses CDs? Nobody. And it's just going to be a clutter in your car. I understand keeping the factory look, but if I end up selling the car, I will be putting it back in. But for my use, this is actually way better because it has Bluetooth, iPod, all your good stuff, Pandora radio and whatnot, so you don't really need all those CDs. This is actually some good stuff. Now, what you need for this install is, of course, you need your head unit, Kenwood double din. What also you need is the double din dash kit. Now, I went ahead and I spent a few more bucks because actually on Toyotas they have texture. You see those little bumps? Focus right there. Texture. I spent a little bit more dollars to actually so I can get that OEM look, because the other ones, they're just flat and it ruins the dash pretty much. It just looks awkward and out of place. And you would also need iron, soldering iron. And you need your heat shrink tubing and also a pry bar. A lot of people like to use screwdrivers, but that just damages the plastic and everything else. So this guy is actually a lot better because it's softer plastic, so you can't really damage anything like that. And also you need your wire for your soldering iron, and you also need your aftermarket wiring harness so you can wire it to your stereo. Now, the start of this install, honestly, the first thing that you want to do is, because a lot of people rush into the install and they actually forget this most important step, and honestly, when you're done with it, there's nothing you can really do if you want to sell your stock head unit anyways. And that first thing is, take out your CDs, ladies and gentlemen. Take everything out. Take everything out that you have inside your stereo. Everything. Now I have 3 of these in here. Take all of it out. All of them out. Because when you install your head unit, you can't do this. You're pretty much screwed. You're going to need to take the head unit apart again and everything like that. Now, as you can see down at the air conditioning, there's that texture again, and there's the texture on the stock radio. Now you see what I'm talking about? If you put something like this, it's just going to look really awkward next to that. It's going to look really bad. So I spent a few bucks and put in that stuff. So yeah, I mean, your first step, honestly, for this car is to take out this air conditioning unit right there. It pretty much just slides out. Put your tool right there and pop it out. And the same thing with the sides. Pop it out, pop it out. There's 2 bolts down here. That's why you need to take the air conditioning unit out. There's one there, and there's one there, and there's one there, and there's one there, in order for you to be able to slide out the head unit. I mean, to be honest, the hardest part of this install is the wiring harness. And yes, I'm sweating like crazy because it's Arizona and outside it's 120 degrees. So yeah, don't mind my sweat. It's kind of gross, I know, but what can I do? And yeah, pretty much everything just slides out. The most challenging thing about this install is just wiring everything together and doing the wires, but everything else is pretty much simple. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so there's actually 4 bolts in this bad boy. Actually, one right there, as you can see. One, what is that there? One right there. One right there. And one right there. And you can't really see it, but it's inside there. I'm sure you can see it a little bit shining right there where that hole is. Yeah, that's where it is. That's what you do, and pretty much she comes out. And there she is. She's out. Oh boy, she's hot. Oh man. And there's your stereo. Everything is out, nice and out. Now all you gotta do is unplug these bad boys, plug the antenna, and get her out. Alright, let's do this. Alright YouTube, one more important thing is, and yes, I am wearing a headband because it's sweaty. One more important thing is, before you actually start wiring anything, make sure that your actual connectors, they fit right in place and that they're good actually. As you can see, there's actually 2 wires that are left over. These are actually the radio controls for the steering wheel, but that's $150. I really don't need it. I barely even use it. I change everything on the radio. So that's honestly, there is an accessory that you can use your steering wheel controls with the aftermarket radio, but for me it's not a necessity, you know. And I don't really need that. I don't feel like shelling out $150, pretty much half the money what I spent on the double din, so I can use this little thing. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright guys, had to wrestle with the stereo a little bit here. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. This little guy, right here, for your emergency light, your clock, and your passenger airbags. This little guy was a pain to take off. As you can see, I had to pretty much detach the faceplate all the way through so I can get this little guy. Because the problem is the circuit board is right here. It covers this whole area. But here you had screws that held the face of the airbag system right there. So you couldn't get through it. So you had to pretty much rip everything apart so you can get through it. That was, honestly, that's probably going to be the most pain out of this project. I knew it was going to be this easy. Just pull something out and that. But when you pull it out, it actually comes with the stock system. It actually comes with this bezel. But the problem is, this bezel doesn't fit in the aftermarket one. It does not fit. So I thought I was going to custom make it. I didn't think this kit was legit, as they say, just plug and play. But honestly, inside the box, I looked it up, and there is a little special bezel that they actually give you, so you can put this little guy there, and it's all good. Flush is king. So let's tighten it down and get this started. Alright guys, now what you're going to need to do is take from the old stereo, take the side housing, take that off, and pretty much you just swap it onto your new one, just like so. And that's it pretty much. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do some soldering, get some wire together, and put it back together. Okay guys, one thing that I forgot, there's actually one little piece that actually comes with the kit. So your DVD fits like that, and it bolts up right to there where the little clock is. And yeah, that's one thing that I've forgotten right there, that little bezel. Alright, let's get to it. Okay guys, another important thing. These are your little clips that come off your stock radio, and you actually need these in order for everything to slide back in together. That's one thing that I have forgotten, but pretty much everything goes in pretty much nice and smooth. As you can see, I'm getting ready to put everything back together, but here's where they go. There's one there, there's one there. Alright, and then there's one here, and that guy. So yeah guys, that's it pretty much, and let's put it back in. Radio is working, everything's nice and wired. The nice thing is that you can actually change the color to match your dash. That was